Hi, welcome to Common Sense. I saw an article listing the top 10 airlines in the world. And guess what? There was not one American company on the list. For anyone who travels even a little bit, this comes as no big surprise. Traveling by air in this country is one of the most depressing experiences known to mankind. From the airlines to the terminals to airport parking, air travel, which used to be exciting and even fun at times, is approached with all the anticipation of a root canal. Let's look at the airlines in this country. Usually the flying experience has all the ambience of a cattle car with tray tables. If these companies could get away with it, we would be standing on flights hanging onto a safety strap for a 2-hour trip. God forbid if you cannot get a bite to eat at the airport, if your flight lands just in time to jump on your connecting flight because you will starve on the next plane. Or you pay the airlines $5 for cheese and crackers and another $3 for a mini bottle of water. Taking a flight today is like planning a day at the beach. You have to bring your own food or drink, or you go without. The other option is paying a lot of money for the garbage they give you on the plane. Of course, you can buy things in the airport terminal, but that's only after you go through security, or it'll be confiscated by the TSA Nazis. I'll talk about them more in a minute. Now, finding a direct flight anywhere is getting harder and harder in America. The truth is that in some cases it is actually quicker and cheaper to drive to your destination. When you factor in connecting flights, layovers, getting to the airport, waiting at the airport, and the potential for all the delays and unforeseen hassles, it may be just easier to say, the hell with it, and take the car. Plus, gas is cheaper now. And a car does not charge you per bag for your luggage. These baggage fees are getting ridiculous. I wish airlines would just factor them back into the cost of the ticket and hide the expense like they used to do for years and years. It all ends up being the same price anyway, but psychologically, the traveler is not so upset that they're being screwed. I guess the other option is if you're going someplace for a week, it may be worth your while to just ship your clothes via UPS or FedEx. Next problem. You have to deal with the airports. Airports near major cities in the United States tend to be old, out of date, crowded, and the traffic leading to them might be a plague out of the Bible. A Walmart store is more warm and friendly than our airports. It's one thing if you have someone you just drop off, but if you take your car and park, then you need a small loan to pay the bill. I often wonder what people from other countries flying into America think when they land at one of our international airports. Here they are, finally seeing America for the first time, and they say, yuck, the pilot must have landed in the wrong place. This looks like Bulgaria. And to really get you into the traveling mood, you first have to go through security before you can board the plane. I'm beginning to think it would be a lot easier if all flights renewed. Okay, that might be a little frightening, but it would be easier. I have seen TSA agents have an almost sadistic glee at throwing stuff that does not meet their criteria into the trash. I'm sure many of the TSA agents are good people, but some excel at being jerks. I know security is needed, but some of the things you go through, especially if you're one of the random folks they select for additional security search, they put you through very humiliating and invasive type of searches. Plus, there's no consistency. Procedures and rules can vary from one airport to another. Something you could carry on a flight in Chicago might get thrown out in Cleveland. And a heads up to the airlines and the airport bosses. Like it or not, these TSA employees are the faces of air travel. You may have no control over them, but they reflect on you. The point is that this is an industry that America used to lead in and could be proud of. Now it seems that most American airlines are either in a state of bankruptcy or they nickel and dime you to death for the sake of solvency. There does not seem to be any pride in these companies anymore. They don't have a desire to treat the customer as a person. There's a concept for you, huh? Sometimes people will pay a little more money if they feel like they're getting their money's worth. I think the only hope for air travel is inventing the Star Trek transporter system. It'd be nice to thumb our noses at the airports, airlines, and the TSA stormtroopers as we say, beam me to my destination.